What happened?
Hey, Rad World! Welcome back to Spoiling Dead, the show where we talk about last night's Walking Dead. Last night's episode was called The Other Side, and take it away.
So we got to see an ultrasound of the baby Ree, and see how Maggie is just going to be a super mama. This episode had a lot of emotions, which I loved and kind of hated, and we also see how much of a little bitch Gregory is. So let's get him out of the way and talk about him, really. Hilltop witnessed Gregory allowing them, the Saviors, to take the doctor. Do you think that there's going to be any, repercussions from that? Like, are they going to, in turn, rebel against him? Since they witnessed that? I mean, they were all standing there when it happened.
I got a lot of things going on in my mind about that, because there's a lot of questions, like why does Negan need 2 doctors in the first place, a lot of stuff. Is it because something's going to happen to them and he wants them all to die and no way that they can help themselves, or is he just they taking him because they need one? Because they just put one in a fire last week.
Yeah, but he also thinks Eugene is a doctor, so it is why does he need 2?
Yeah, but he's more of a scientist than a doctor, and maybe he realizes that. I don't know,
maybe he knows more than what he's letting on to believe.
Yeah,
for us to
they
believe.
just take what they want. At this moment, they need a doctor for some reason.
What do you think, Tony?
Yeah, I don't know.
He doesn't care. He doesn't care.
We just want a war,
I just thought... I thought the same thing. I was just like, why does he need 2? But, I mean, Simon... I loved the dialogue between Simon and Gregory when he was telling him that he was taking the doctor. And he was like, why do you need 2 doctors? And he was just like...
That was good.
Right.
You can't tell my facial expression what happened? Like he brings it up.
Right.
Yeah.
It's great. I was just laughing a lot. I love Simon's character, so...
Yeah.
And him as just an actor, him himself is actually a really fun and seems like a pretty cool guy, because he was a guest on Talking Dead, and he seems like he would be fun to talk to, like one of those celebrities. So I think he lets that bleed into his work, which is super cool.
Well, yeah. He's in Grand Theft Auto.
Right, he also, he plays a maniac in about everything I've seen him in.
Yeah.
We were just talking about him before you got here.
But still, his characters are eccentric, which is fun.
Right,
Very
he's a
fun.
character.
Yeah.
He's totally a character, yeah.
So, Gregory threatened Jesus. Flat out threatened Jesus. Do you guys think that this means that Gregory is a threat now?
Yeah.
He's past that
Gregory
point to
is
where
a
now
threat.
he is a threat?
We knew it was coming because he's one of them, brown noses that has just got to latch on to, the next best thing. But, I mean, I knew something was going to go on like that with him. And, he's a threat, but...
He's a threat, but he's not...
But not really.
Yeah.
He can be
not himself.
He's not a threat,
He
but
thinks he's a threat. And
he can really screw everything up for everybody.
He can screw some stuff up,
right.
but they can overpower him like that.
Well, I think
But
in
with
his mind,
weaselness-
he's like, I got the Saviors on my side now.
No,
they like me.
that's the
I'm
thing.
bringing him
Right.
gin and now tequila, and
he thinks he's
you're
a threat
screwed.
and that he can just walk into Negan's front door and hang out.
That
like
was
it's
gonna be
nothing.
my next thing.
No
Do you
way.
think that was? Do you think that Simon tricked him?
They're making him.
Oh, for sure.
They're making the guy feel comfortable, so he lets his guard down, and they're doing it on purpose. It's totally
Right.
they're
manipulators.
They're manipulating him. Right? They're totally just they're. It's all nonsense to them. It's a game. It's a game they play. To see who they can win the trust over of. It's just an everyday thing. It's part of their job.
So if Gregory actually decides I'm gonna be a Negan now, I'm gonna go over there and try to hey, I'm on your side, would they let him in then, or do you think it would still be?
He's a threat because he knows about Maggie. That's the threat. He if he gives up that Maggie's there, Negan thinks Maggie's in a grave, so that's not going to end well. That's why he's a threat. He's got the secret, and he knows about Daryl, right?
But I don't know. I don't think Gregory really knows the situation in full of Maggie and Daryl.
No, but he knows that he's harboring people that Negan wants.
True. This is true. Yeah.
So,
maybe that's why Gregory's starting to man up, because now he's got some leverage, and that's why he's
or he feels like he has
talking
some
to the guy
leverage.
behind the fence.
Yeah.
Because it was totally him that went, hey, come behind the fence, I got a secret type of
Right.
thing,
Right.
Making it out to be something it's not, but
yeah.
He's gonna die a miserable death, and I'm going to love every second
That'll
of
be
it.
like the only one that
But
I'm like cheering
he's
for.
like throwing a grenade in a room. He's going to take some people out.
Right. We were just discussing before you got here that Dan said that he hopes that Simon's the one that actually kills him, and I think that'd be great.
That would be pretty
And it
great.
would be as easy as that. Like,
Yeah.
that's what's funny about that face-to-face conversation, is that all that guy would have to do is one little thing, and he could have him dead like that.
Right.
And the fact that's why he's so weak now. He feels powerful, but he's the weakest person in the room, you know, because he's got that false sense of power.
But I think that there was a little tease there of him drinking tequila with one guy.
Oh yeah, right.
I mean,
They were
right after he tells or warns or whatever, threatens Jesus, and then Jesus leaves, and the other guy comes in with the tequila, and he says, "Crack that bottle open."
Right.
So is he trying to pull in some of the turn the people against Maggie and them
That's
by
so
hanging
crazy.
out with
I never
some of the
thought
people?
of it that way. That
I
did
don't
not
know.
come
Trying to
my mind.
regain power a little bit.
I think
Right.
he's trying to do what they're doing to him almost. Yeah.
That's what I'm
A
saying.
full-
Like them manipulating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like manipulating his own people a little bit, trying to regain a little bit of trust before he goes and turns on.
But
turns
probably
on
only the easy ones that.
If
Right.
he is trying that, I mean, that's a far reach because I think that they already are like, Gregory, we're done with you. Like, you can pretend like you're their leader, but really our leader is Maggie.
In his mind,
you know?
pretend you're him, and you're in charge of this whole community, and you think you're powerful. I mean, it's kind of similar to something that's going on right now. But
I just think it's really funny that you're like, pretend that you're in the situation after just like a couple weeks ago.
And they give me shit for it. Like,
but I'm not telling you to
Yeah.
like be there.
I'm glad you caught it because I wouldn't have caught it.
But what I'm
Tony.
gosh dang it. What I'm saying is, if you were him and you thought you were in charge,
I can't.
and you
think- I
thought that
can't
you
think
had
of
the
it.
saviors on your side, right? You would, and you could dispose of people at your will and bring in new
Right.
ones whenever you wanted because you
Right.
feel like you could do that.
Mhm.
You know, but they know better, half of them. That's why it's not
Oh,
going
for
to work.
sure. For sure.
They're going to see through it. He's going to ruin it. He's dead.
He's dead.
Yeah.
He's dead.
I don't know how he's going to go, but he's going to go some nasty way.
Good. I'm okay with that. I am
Yeah.
so okay with that.
There's a lot of disposables right now.
there
Watching
is.
this last episode, it's like
There is,
you're
and
dead,
he's a
you're
good-
dead, you're gonna be dead soon, you're dead. I counted at least 5 dead people last night.
So Maggie and Daryl, which I hope that was not one of them. I just love seeing, like, especially that opening sequence before, you know, they went to, like, the Walking Dead intro and everything. Seeing how hard Maggie is working. Like, she is working so hard to get Hilltop prepared and the supplies that they need. You know, like, she fell asleep at the table. Like, it was so awesome to see her work so hard because I think she is a really good leader. Do you think with all of this, even though, like, she's kind of like the general and getting plans ready, when it comes down to fighting, do you think that she would be allowed to fight? Obviously she wants to, but do you think they're going to let her actually fight in the war?
I think that she's going to.
She's gonna have to.
Like, no matter what?
She's gonna have to do some form of fighting at some point.
I think that she's gonna be kind of the
But
general.
she's the general.
Yeah, she's gonna be the one
Right.
behind,
She's the
like,
one
leading
up
the.
at the top of the battlements.
Right.
You know, directing her troops.
But I think that at some point, she will be fighting. Like, I think that her plan is to not necessarily lead them in, but plan everything and
Right.
send
See,
them
Get
in.
them ready.
Like, I think she
for it.
knows her role. I don't think she has to be the one to take Negan out. Like, she's not.
Rosita.
She's got
or
more of her
Sasha,
mind about it.
I agree.
Yeah.
She's just part of the
Yeah.
plan.
Yeah.
She's
And she
part of,
is the future.
Okay,
of
here's a
Hilltop
question
too,
for you
so I
two
think
then.
maybe
Do
she
you
realizes
think
that.
do you think that when this war breaks out, eventually, if it does, that they're
year.
gonna go after each faction separately, or is it gonna be one big all out brawl?
I think it's gonna be
Are they all-
straight
Like
up.
little battles.
Or you think there's gonna start out and there'll be a couple of like small
Little
ones,
battles,
and then
and
they'll
then, like,
come
the
together
big
for an
war.
epic one? Like, how you reckon that's gonna play out? You reckon?
I think it's gonna be like that. 'Cause then
Probably.
it adds more for it to them
Probably
draw it out a little bit.
since they're not starting it till next season, then probably because we won't get the big war till the end of next
We
season.
best get something.
No, it will be the end of the big war would be the mid-season finale. I think.
Right.
Because that's how many.
It'll
how
be when
many
it starts and they'll
episodes?
cliffhang it right on it.
Is it 6
Yeah,
on each half? 12 altogether in a season, right?
12, 13.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I think with those 6 episodes, they could definitely get a good few battle sequences, and then a war together, and then the repercussion of the war afterwards for the next
You think,
half.
but they move really slow, so it'll be...
We're gonna have some more cuddles and kisses first.
Yeah, it'll be a bunch of crying.
though.
There'll be a war. There'll be a war, and then there'll be... Let's figure out how to handle that small battle for a few episodes, and then another small battle, and let's cry about that one.
Some backstory.
And then we'll do a cliffhanger for the big war right on mid-season finale. Then come back mid-season finale with a flashback about something that nobody cares about.
Right.
No,
And
I think they do that.
But where's Heath?
They just, that's still a thing.
he was
Where
on
is
Skull
he?
Island, and now
he got
he's,
King Kong killed
now
him.
he's going into Star Trek, so it'll be a
Oh
while.
my gosh. No,
Gosh,
I
dang
think they not only do that to
Chalk him up as dead.
water it down a little bit. Like that's the wrong word for me because it doesn't water it down for me. But I think they're gonna stretch it out because
they're
they
watering
want
it down.
more
There's plenty
to
of tears.
use. But I think they also care enough about the fans that they want a chance for us to, cry about what happened and give
Because
us a
they're all gonna
chance to
die?
bounce back. I think a lot. Yeah, I think they do that. To me,
Basically,
I feel like they would do that
I read
for
something.
respect, like,
I read
stretch it out a
something
little
today
bit.
about what they say, like when a character all of a sudden gets a whole bunch of dialogue, they're pretty much going to be dead.
Here's your moment to shine.
That's why I
before we
said
send you out.
earlier. I counted 5 dead people last night.
So you're gonna see like, oh, here's a really long
Right.
monologue.
Right.
They're dead.
Right.
So Daryl and Maggie are having a hard time together. Daryl blames himself for Glenn, which is rightly so. Of course he would. I almost blame him for
I blame
Glenn's
him.
death.
Partially.
I mean,
think if you
Negan
go
laid
back
out
and
the
you watch,
rules.
if you go back and watch episode 1 of Spoiling Dead, I believe Shane said, "It's Daryl's fault." Like, just came right out. Like,
I'm
pretty sure he
It's
did
like right
too.
at the beginning of the episode. Like, it's his fault.
I'm
Glenn's
pretty
dead.
sure. And it is. Like, I hate to say that because
It's
I feel
his
sorry
fault
for
that
him, but
there was somebody who was going to die anyway, so it's not his fault, but it's his fault that it happened right then.
Right. Well, it could have just ended with Abraham.
it would have,
but-
yeah, it could have just
He
ended
just
because
kept his
Negan
mouth
told
shut.
his rules. Yeah, he was like, "This is how it is. You can cry, you can blink, you can whatever.
Right.
Don't we're gonna shut that shit
Right.
down."
Daryl was like, ah.
Yeah. But so obviously he blames himself. First time being around Maggie for a long period of time since Glenn's death, and that tension between them hurt because I really love their character, and it's sad that Glenn's death is tearing them apart. But it was really fun to watch, like the in between the lines acting, like when she
I
comes over and
literally-
touches him on the shoulder, and
When he finally came out and said he was sorry after like all that tension, and he said that he's sorry, you know what I did? I pulled out my phone and was like, Facebook.
Dang it, I might have been scrolling Facebook at that same exact moment. Maybe I was replying to a text.
I cried. They started having their moment in the cellar, and they started talking about Glenn, and she's like, "It's not your fault." And he was like, "I blame me, and I'm sorry." And I was crying. I was like legit crying.
We knew that. I mean, they played it out so much that they had to have a moment. But they didn't have to have a moment.
They haven't seen each other really since. I mean, they took him right after Glenn's death, so they're just now like being around each other for a long period of time, and their family. Like, yes, she lost Glenn.
People die
but
every 10
Daryl
seconds, though. I mean, you get
Daryl
over it.
is her family too, and it was such a touching moment. And you
Yeah.
guys are assholes for scrolling through Facebook. Like, how cruel is that?
We're just not in touch with our
Don't
feelings
blame
like
them,
you are.
guys.
I
We
knew.
can
I
talk.
just
We
did it. I
can
was like, as soon as he said he was sorry, I was like, all right, finally, they're getting that over with.
All right, phew, thank goodness. I don't want to watch this sappy bit because I might cry on Facebook. That's why, all right?
That's
Get on with your
why.
dang
That's
notes.
I'm gonna flick you in the nose. Okay, so, now I lost my spot. Oh, no, that's basically, we talked all about that. Okay, so, Sasha and Rosita. Rosita is still moody for good reasons.
Dead and dead.
This episode made me realize that she is mourning in her own way. Yes, she may have been
Which one?
extremely
Rosita.
attitude. Rosita.
Okay.
Like maybe she did it in the wrong way, but she was doing it in her own way. And she said it. The actress said it on Talking Dead in such. I wish I would have wrote it down because how she described it, I'm like, that's so right. Like, why are we gonna be mad at her for her moaning over Abraham's death in her own way? People handle death
Here's the thing
different
with that.
ways.
Here's what I got from that was that she knew that in order to get over Abraham, she had to kind of you know when you're going to talk to somebody about something, you feel like you need somebody that can relate to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
At that moment, obviously, it's slim pickings. The only person that can relate to her is somebody that happens to be Abraham's ex-girlfriend. So it's awkward, but it's
Right.
perfect. So, gosh, I have to talk to this one about it. Like, that's why
Right.
she's mad. The only person she can talk to is that one. Like,
Yeah.
So in her mind, maybe it was just like, you got to be mad about it first. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I got to get that out of my
Yeah.
system. Then I'll talk to her.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how it played out. But oh boy,
That's
we need
Heidi.
to cry more. Oh boy.
Yes, they do.
Heidi thinks we need to cry more.
Yes.
I'd rather just go
Quit
Facebook.
being-
Thank you very much.
Quit trying to be so manly. Like, guys can cry too. You
I
are
feel
so
like
right,
they do
Heidi.
it for ratings.
Yeah, they're like, the biggest thing that
Oh
came
my
out of last
God, the
night's
ratings are
episode,
down. What are we
Daryl
doing?
That
cried.
was not the biggest thing.
And if
whatsoever.
Daryl cries, how many people are watching it?
Everyone's gonna cry. When Daryl cries, we all cry.
I didn't cry. I didn't cry anything.
So back to Sasha and Rosita. Sasha is wearing the necklace, and I am so sorry. Is that not weird? That's weird. That's so weird.
I forgot all about the necklace. I was like,
Right.
I assume Abraham gave that to her.
I did. I just assumed too. He must have made it and give it to her. Turns out she made it.
No,
Awkward.
Rosita made it from, because they had that big military vehicle, and when it got broken down and everything, she took it and made it from.
Okay, imagine you're in the zombie apocalypse and you want to give somebody a trinket. There's not many around, is there? You can't just
no, but
go
it's a
down to
meaning
the.
behind them because they had that truck
Right,
for
but
a
everything's
while and
hand me
stuff.
down. Everything's hand me down. It
It's
just
so
it just happens to be
weird.
something that's got sentimental value in an
Exactly.
awkward
That
situation.
that is like
It's
a
bad timing.
trinket to give remembrance to Rosita and Abraham's relationship and love.
Right,
Like, it's
no,
just
I know.
weird that
It's like-
Sasha's
It's
wearing
like
it.
being engaged to a girl,
Right.
and then you break up, and she gives you the ring back, and then you use it
Listen,
to propose for the next
listen.
exactly.
You
Yes,
cannot
it's
do
so
that
weird.
now because you can just pop down the shops and buy a new one. You cannot do that now. Then in that situation, what else you gonna do? What you don't have many fancy trinkets in your possession, do you?
I understand that,
You
and I
steal
don't
one off a
blame
corpse?
Sasha for doing
What's
it.
better,
because
stealing a
it's-
ring off a dead zombie corpse or don't like
I think that was
hand
kind
me
of
down?
cute. I thought that was
necklace?
kind of cute.
What, the necklace thing?
No, the zombie. Glenn did that. That's how he found
Oh, he
Maggie's
did
ring.
do that. Didn't he? There you go. There's the answer.
No, but like I don't blame Sasha for doing it, but it's just like weird. I just thought it was weird, and she's just like,
It's very
Like
weird,
that?
and it was
Yeah, I made
basically
that.
moment was only there to make that
drive
other moment
more.
happen. Right.
Exactly, and I
But-
get that.
but it- yeah,
but it's
it's
still
awkward.
weird. It's still
It's awkward.
weird.
But shit happens.
That car scene when they were going into the auto shop or whatever, and they put the car.
They set the car on fire.
I love that whole thing right there. It was really cool. Like there was that walker that was like all gutted that Sasha stabbed, and then you get the behind the view where they're backing up, and so you see them hit that walker, and then
then
he
it cuts,
rolls
it
off.
rolls over
Yeah,
it.
that
Yeah.
was really really cool.
Yeah,
I like that.
Good thing they killed something.
More than that, when they get to the Savior's place, well, we don't have to talk in detail, but I just want to say it. I cried when they started talking and having their moment in that building. It was super emotional.
Which one's now?
Rosita
Wait,
and
Rosita,
Sasha.
yeah,
Oh,
what
yeah.
we're still talking about.
I was on Twitter.
And talking. It's just, there's so much emotion in this episode, and I loved it. And it was like a nice, good cry.
The bit at
for
the
me.
end when they were conveniently in a nice spot across from Negan.
Yeah, because Jesus told him about it.
Yeah, right, but
Yeah. I mean, they set it up before they got there.
Negan's everywhere except the building across from him. That place is empty.
Okay, like
Come on.
that is true. This is true.
There's
I
a
would
clock
agree with
tower
you on
right
that.
there. Come on, how convenient is that
I
for
would
a sniper
totally-
location?
I would totally agree with you on that.
They should have been
But that would
storing,
be the
like, something
only
in there.
thing I agree with you on.
Something. I got one thing. What if I started crying? Would that help?
Okay, so yes, it would.
No,
Yes,
I'm not
it
going to
would.
cry. What do you else?
Our
you got?
next goal is to get Daniel Murphy to cry.
Maybe
Right now.
Maybe if you, I don't know how. I can't just turn that on. You'd have to tickle me until I got mad, and I wouldn't cry because you'd get punched in the face before I started crying.
When they were decided they couldn't take the shot and everything, Were you guys
I
surprised?
thought she was the best shot in the world. I could have
couldn't
took that
take it
shot in the
because of the
video
other
game 4
guy.
times and killed him.
They couldn't take
They
the
only had-
shot
they only
because
had 2 bullets, but,
like first Eugene was in front, then there's like a couple other guys
There were
in
times,
front.
as soon as he walked out, pow, you're going to got him right in the face. He needed a little screen time.
I think for a
it
little
wasn't
bit,
going to happen.
I think for a little bit of realism,
But
had
I
she
knew
just
that
popped him in the face.
But you knew he wasn't going to get killed
Oh,
right
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
But I could have killed him.
I was hoping for at least an attempt though, like a shot and a miss. But I
that
did
would have
like.
been bad. That would have ruined. I
it
need to
would've
have been
ruined-
like, I told you guys to put something up there.
No, I was hoping for her to shoot and miss. Like I wasn't hoping, but I thought that's how it would play out. But then the way that it did play out, I did like more.
Yeah, I liked
For
the
a
way it played
moment.
out.
Wait. You liked something?
Only
you
because
liked
it built up to that
No,
moment
I just
with
like
Eugene.
just like the moment with Eugene.
Right.
With his walkie-talkie?
No,
The whole
him
thing
being a
about
bitch.
him being like, "Eh," and then running away.
Yeah.
I'd have done the same thing, by the way.
So my question is he Negan or does he have something planned?
He's
I don't
not
think he has
Negan.
anything-
He's Eugene.
I'm saying I don't
He's
think
just
that
trying to like, I
Right.
don't want to get killed today.
Yeah, I don't think that he's got like some crazy master
He thinks
plan.
it
I just
through.
think that he has a plan for himself to survive.
But in the moment, he thinks
he's-
every possible scenario out,
Right.
and at that moment, it was like, see ya.
Like I think he's gonna join the rest of the war when it's time. But right now, in that moment,
Right.
had he left, he'd have been killed.
Right.
Like they'd have
Had
hunted
he
him down.
helped him, dead.
Had he helped them in or anything like that, he'd have been
Yeah.
dead. Like
Right.
for his
It
one
was just
moment.
not a good time for him.
Right.
He knew
And
he
he said,
could
"It's like I didn't ask you to come."
And they
Right.
were like, what the heck, dude? He's
Yeah.
like, sorry, you're killing me. I mean,
We
basically,
did have one comment on Facebook by Samantha that said, Eugene is and always has been a little bitch.
he was being a bitch, yes, but he was also being smart. If
I mean, he really was, yeah.
if the outcome that you want is to survive, he did the right thing.
Right.
I just think in my head that he has a plan.
He knows what it's like in
I'm
there.
trying to tell myself like
He's
has a
like,
plan,
you
he
guys are
has a
crazy.
plan."
I ain't part of this. Like, he knows what's going on in there. He just
Right.
watched the guy throw dude in the fire.
Right.
He's like, you guys are dead if you come in here. He basically, that was his warning.
Oh,
Like,
for sure. So
coming
were
in,
you
you dead.
surprised that Sasha left Rosita behind?
I kind of was.
I
like,
was about.
But right,
I was
when it
too.
happened, I was just like, oh god, why couldn't it have been the other way around? Like, that's all I kept thinking.
Right.
Why can't Rosita just be the one that storms in there?
But
I
then-
actually
But
like Sasha's
Rosita
character.
Rosita's
is
gonna-
useful.
yeah, but
she
she's
has
gonna-
all of these things that can bring.
Well, when
You
she
know
taught
what
her the
I mean?
notch, she should have taught her how to defuse bombs too.
That's right. She's a handy person to know.
She is.
That's
like,
why
she is
she's
an
gonna
asset.
she's gonna team up with evil Daryl.
Well, here's the thing. Hold up, let me get.
Oh, hold up! She's got a theory. That's not the same as mine.
Was it Daryl?
Was not
No, it
Daryl.
wasn't Daryl.
It was evil Daryl.
Dwight?
Dwight.
Oh,
Totally
you said
Dwight.
evil Daryl.
Right.
Okay, Dwight.
It was totally Dwight.
You think so?
Absolutely,
Okay, so-
152%.
Let's say that it is Daryl.
Let's just say that you're wrong.
No. We're gonna
can't-
go both
I
can't
can't put myself there.
We're gonna go both ways.
I can't imagine that.
Yes, you can. If it's Daryl,
Yeah.
what are they gonna do? Are they gonna go back and help Sasha, or are they gonna go back and warn like,
Okay,
hey,
let's talk
shit
about
hit the
this real
fan?
quick. Let's think this through. Why would it be Daryl?
Because he
How does Daryl
just
know?
came in from Hilltop. He's like, where's Sasha and Rosita?
Okay.
Jesus tells him he's out.
Why would he be out?
Because he wanted to help them.
Help them or stop them?
Is Daryl
I think
is
he wanted to
Daryl
help
rogue
them.
enough to go, all right, I'll go help him? Or is he rogue enough to
Yes,
go, you guys
because-
have got to come back, you idiots?
No, I think Daryl's in the same
He wants to kill
mentally,
Negan.
yeah, and
Because
he
he's that
wants
messed
to.
up from it.
Yeah, but he's just keeping it more inside.
And that's why the
because
thing
that's
with
what
him
guys
and Maggie
do.
was
they
like
keep it
quiet.
inside and look at Facebook and Twitter when they don't
Talking
want to
about
cry.
it right now, honey. Let's talk it out.
No,
No.
but I think that I think he's just in the same mental state that he is there. Like, why didn't you come to me? I would have helped you.
So
We could've
everybody
done
just
this.
wants to kill Negan and they
Just
don't give a
those
crap
three.
how they're going to
Just
do
those
it.
three. Just those three. 'Cause
Only
they are,
Carol's
like,
got the
most-
plan.
Those are the ones that were affected the most.
Directly
They
by.
were directly affected by those two deaths.
But Rick's trying to, he's out there busting his ass building an army.
Yeah, so is
is.
Maggie. Maggie
But
was
they're
directly
doing
affected.
it. They're
too.
doing it in a different
Right.
way where they all agree. Like, we need a planet. They want to be like, no, we don't need a planet. They're doing it in a
I don't know.
crazy way.
I think that Daryl wants to plan it too. He left the kingdom and said, "I got a war to get started."
There's a reason. Listen,
I
why
thought they
else
might
would
get
they
prepared.
silhouette him? It's to make us doubt whether it's Daryl or
I'm
Dwight.
not talking like how it's professionally done and why
No,
they
no,
did
no,
this
no.
shot.
I'm
At the
asking
end of
you
it,
what
at the
you
scene,
think.
You see a silhouette of a dude with a crossbow and the
Yeah.
jacket. Like you see it.
Immediately you go Daryl, then you go, that's bad Daryl.
Yeah, because Dwight took his his crossbow. He took his jacket.
Why
like
else would they silhouette him? Is unless it's obviously
Yeah.
it's to make us have this conversation. So I'm asking
Right.
you, which you say it's Daryl. I'm just asking why, and you're actually kind of.
Or do you say it's Daryl, or are you just giving? Are you just you're playing devil's advocate here?
It totally could be. It totally could be
devil's
either
advocate.
one. It totally could be either one, but I think it's Dwight.
Okay, so
Because
if
It
is
could
Dwight,
be either one because the same thing with the boots. We're like,
Listen,
it's gotta be somebody
we
we
all
know
know-
because they're just showing
Look,
fucking boots.
we all know
I
that
mean,
Dwight
boots.
is about to switch teams. He's got to be, right?
See, that's my thing. Like,
This
if
is
it
the
is
moment
Dwight,
where
this
he
is the
does.
moment
He's like,
this
look,
is true. Yeah.
he's like, don't run away, look, I know a secret way in. And he's helping her. He's gonna help her do it.
Which I completely agree on that aspect. That's what I thought. Like, if it's Dwight,
But-
like, this is his moment to switch sides.
We
for
also
sure.
know that Sasha gets locked in a cell, don't we?
Yeah.
From the sneak peek. Did you watch that?
I watched the sneak peek. The sneak peek wasn't.
Oh, we didn't watch sneak peek. I was getting
We
pictures.
were looking at pictures on the official
on the
website,
AMC website.
and there was a
there's
picture of her in a prison cell, and then Eugene. It looks like he's on the other side of the door.
See the pills. He's gonna give her a pill. He is gonna give her. I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
she probably wants to kill herself. So yeah, probably.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
That's where the
That's
pill's
coming.
coming in.
So she's not dead. That's horrible. AMC spoiled it for me, and I don't look at.
and
that
then you
crap.
guys spoiled it for me.
It's called the
Thanks.
spoiling.
And we've
dead.
spoiled it for them.
It's on the website. They
Yeah,
spoiled
we were
it for
getting pictures for
everybody.
this episode, and it was
We were doing your
It was in the
picture job.
episode 14 pictures, and it was
Yeah,
episode
Tony
15
goes,
picture.
"Is that from this one?" I'm like, "I didn't remember that."
Yeah.
Oh no.
And then underneath
we-
it says episode 15.
We drew our own conclusion.
Well, the sneak peek. Oh wait! Before
Wait,
we go
wait,
to the
you
sneak
jumped
peek,
ahead.
There's an actual sneak peek. No, before we talk about that, because it's pretty intense. Like, it shows how many times can I say the B word?
You can say
I've
the
said
B
it
word
like
as
4
many times
times.
as you want.
Greg is such a little bitch. Like, oh my gosh, the sneak peek. But we'll get to that later. Hold on. Okay, so Sasha and Rosita did their thing. Wars started before.
He's gonna trigger the war. That dude is.
Yeah, that whole situation is triggering the war
Gregory,
sooner
sure.
than what was intended.
Because he
Is
drops the Maggie
everybody
bomb.
ready?
He's gonna go in there and drop the Maggie Daryl bomb.
No, they're not ready. They
Is
don't have any
everybody,
guns.
is everybody ready? Well, they do
They
have
haven't even
guns.
been to the Oceanside place yet. What is going on with this show? And you reckon they're just going to show up at the end? Or you reckon Tara's already spoke to Rick and Rick went, right, go out in the woods, tell them what's going on.
No, because
Bring
there's
them back at the
explosions
very
and
end of
stuff.
the war to
next-
save the day.
The next episode is them
Right?
going to Oceanside.
Huh?
The next episode is them going to the Oceanside.
Oh, okay. They're going to do that.
Yeah.
I want them to do that. Just get on with it.
But is Hilltop ready?
No.
No, hell no. They're still planting carrots and shit. You know, they're
Well,
not
they were
ready.
training and stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
they
just-
were out there
Look at
doing.
their training. It's lousy. They can't even kill a walker.
Yeah.
How are they going to kill a
They're out there
Negan?
doing Tai Chi.
It was just a question for the sake of a question. To talk
No, they're
more.
not ready.
An answer for the sake of an answer. Nope.
Unless they're yogaing them to death, they're not ready.
So the sneak peek is of Maggie and Gregory out on. They're not in the enclosement of the wall, and she's planting trees. And she hears walkers coming. And she's like, "Hey, this is gonna take just a couple more minutes. Could you keep watch?" He's like, "Yeah." He takes out his knife. He's standing there.
Oh yeah, and
He looks at her, and then he starts like walking towards her. And like the last shot is the knife, and Maggie like passed the knife.
Mhm.
Do you think he's gonna try?
Maggie will take
No,
that
it's-
guy out quicker than that.
He's gonna walk up and kill a walker, and
No, he ain't.
that's gonna be
He's-
all for
I
nothing.
think I don't know. I do feel like maybe he's trying to do something with her because he's all big and ballsy.
Yeah,
now.
now he's got.
But
yeah.
Maggie will she'll have him
He's
like
gotten
that.
cocky.
Right. He
But her
he
back
does
is
not know what
changed,
she can
and
do.
he already had said like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and she's like, "Well, you can still change."
Maybe he'll get
So
sniped
they
out by
had
somebody
him-
on
But
the
doesn't he
tower.
question
had
her
a
like, "Why are you
moment.
still here?" Doesn't he say something like that to her, like, "Why are you even still here?" Like he has no idea what Maggie's capable of or who she
Right,
is.
right.
When she showed up, she was pretty much dead, and all he's seen of her is like this weak, feeble, pregnant woman. Like he has no idea what she can do.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
So maybe
Let him
it's-
try.
Maybe
That'd
it's
be cool.
Maggie that's gonna kill
Let him try.
Gregory instead of Simon.
Gregory's got to go. Yeah, that would be totally fine.
I'd
If he's
be
trying to
so
kill her,
okay with
self-defense, she kills him, like snaps his neck. That's it. Then she's the boss.
That would be awesome. But then in turn, there's
Jesus can have a
repercussions from
boyfriend.
that,
Everybody's
and then
happy.
the savior comes, and then Gregory's dead,
Yeah,
and
so
other
if
more stuff.
if they kill
you know.
Gregory, then they gotta start. Then they gotta go to war like immediately.
Right,
Like,
right.
'cause-
There's going to be like 3 or 4 different triggers that are all going to go off about the same time. I think You've got
That makes sense.
But I don't know. I like the one that I like Gregory spilling the beans. Maybe he spills the beans and comes back and tries to kill her. Maybe they send him to go back to kill her. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe after he gets
And he's acting like everything's cool and nothing happened, and that's.
and
his
they've talked him
chance.
into it. You got to prove yourself. You kill her. That's what you do. You go kill her.
Right.
And so he's dead. So that could be. It could be they've convinced him. He's like now
That would be
the
interesting.
puppet. Yeah. You don't even need to watch it next
I think
week.
you guys are giving the show too much credit.
Really?
Yeah.
You think so? Is that why I get so
I don't
disappointed?
think-
Because
I
I
don't-
like really.
I don't think
I
that
like to
he's
think
gonna.
they
Well, I
think
just don't
that
think
deep.
that he's gonna go to them and then they're gonna have him kill her,
Why
especially
not?
in one episode.
They're playing the game.
I don't think
though.
it's gonna happen in one episode.
They
They're
don't
gonna-
know a war's coming.
I don't think you're gonna see him travel to one place and come back in one episode. That never happens.
They've got trucks though. These guys show up like this.
I
Like
know they show up, but I'm just saying and you're also not gonna see Simon in 2 episodes.
he
in a row.
said
That's just not
though,
happening.
if you call me, I'll send somebody to get you, didn't he?
Well, he said
Remember
come to the. I think he
Yeah,
basically
and
said come to this
and he
place.
wrote down like a password. Is what I got from that
let's
little
just
note
say
that
he
Yeah.
gets
Well, I was
there in
thinking
a
it was an address
vehicle.
because he said I don't know where you're at, and he starts writing something out. He said talk to the guard. I'll come out. I'll
Listen,
come out and talk.
he's totally gonna go.
Oh,
He's totally gonna go there. So I think when he goes there and he's having his drinking party, right, and hanging out, and he thinks it's cool, and they're like just playing with him. They don't know a war's coming. This is an everyday let's play with the jackass type of thing that they do with people because that's how there's no TV or YouTube. So they just have to manipulate and play with people, right? So I bet they do that. They send him back with the plan to kill her.
Maybe.
What they got to lose?
This is true.
But then they still know she's there. They're still on the defense. They're still building up their side of things. Like now they're planning their war too. But
Yeah, he's like something is going to trigger them. It's not, or something's going to trigger
you've
the
got
saviors.
Sasha's already as
They're
good
going
as
to know
busted.
I think the saviors are going to know war's coming. Like
As
when
soon as they
war's
see
coming.
Sasha in there with a gun, totally. That's a trigger. Then you've got. I mean, it's all going to come together. Yeah.
Right, because you can't just have like a simple
don't
like
know.
guerrilla warfare style. Like they sneak in and take them all out. This is going to end up, like everybody out on the battlefield. Like,
But it's not going to
killing
be
each
like
other
when the
by time this
governor
thing's
did it,
over.
and the governor just showed up and like just played and faked him out. Like when these guys come, it's a war. It's coming.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be no messing around. So yeah, I just wonder how they're gonna do it. If it's gonna be like I was saying earlier. I'm excited.
Are you?
Don't get
see-
too excited.
yeah,
Don't get
yeah.
too excited because it's going to be another year before you see it.
I know. Till I see those 5 people die, that I'm.
Who is it? I want to write him down.
You don't really want to know.
I'm curious because I want to see if you're gonna be right.
Well, we'll talk about that later.
But then they can be like, yeah, that's what he actually said.
Well, I don't really care about that, but maybe some people don't want to hear what I think, and then if I'm right, they'll go like, "How did that guy know?" There's no way I
You'd
know.
be surprised because I know Chris Hardwick actually, I don't know if he does anymore, but when like the show first started and everything, he actually had a lot of fans was like, this is what you said and it was right and
Right.
like why would you say it on the show? And he's like, dude, like it was just like I
It's
didn't
a lucky
know
guess.
it was a theory.
It was a lucky guess.
Yeah. But that's all I have.
Whoop whoop.
That's it. That's all you got.
That was like a
That can't
That's
be. I
it.
feel
Mic
like I
drop.
feel like
Away.
we've forgotten something. I feel
Nothing
like we've
happened in
forgotten
this
something.
episode, so
There are lots of hugs and kisses.
it was great. It was a really good episode. I liked the emotional side. I love that we're still mourning Glenn and Abraham. Like they were such impactful characters that we're
Are
still
you serious?
that we're still like
If it was anyone else, he'd be over it.
exactly Glenn and Abraham. Like it's
Abraham was good for poop jokes. That's about it. Okay, he was pretty strong.
yeah, like
And he was badass.
Don't-
yeah.
judge
that's it.
him.
Abraham was great because
I'm just saying-
my favorite
The comic
characters are the
relief.
comic book characters.
Right, but what I'm
And,
saying
like,
is...
everything about him. The moment that he stepped on screen for the first time, I was like, this dude's straight out of a comic book.
They can
Like,
take this show and stretch out one season and it could be like over months. Or they can take this show and take one season, it could be 2 days. Like, it's just... ugh. If it's 2 days, get on with it. That's how I feel.
All right. Well, is that it? Are we done?
I think
done.
that's
We're
it.
done. All right. Thank you guys for joining us this week on Spoiling Dead. We got a premiere coming up in the near future for Blood Moon River and June
Yeah.
on April 22nd in Logansport at the State Theater. And you can follow us at Rad Entertain on social media like Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and all that jazz. You can follow myself at TonyWalters_. Follow you.
geeky
Let's see.
geeky.larpchick89 on Instagram.
And
HMMfilms.com.
One of these
Are you
days, it'll
mocking
pop
me?
up at the bottom of this every time we get
HMMfilms.com.
H-M-M.
No end.
No and.
I know it's confusing.
We'll see you guys next week on Rad Entertainment.